Hi friends, Stevie here. Welcome to Weave It All Together flow. This flow is about a lot of woven motion of the arms, kind of circling back and forth. Same thing with the torso. And you can think of it as like weaving strings together, or the idea of bamboo, how it rocks in the breeze and kind of intertwines around each other. There's usually very many stalks of bamboo, but then slowly unfurls, and it's both strong and supple. There's this duality of the nature that has very strong roots, so therefore it can grow tall and wobble in the wind in all different directions and not crack. And it's meant to be a softer style movement class, meaning you don't have to add a lot of intensity. Even if I say a posture, say something that looks like warrior two, it doesn't have to be this rigid warrior two. It can be very soft shape of warrior two. And I did make a longer version of this class twice, actually, and both of them failed for technological problems. So I decided, you know what? We're not meant to do that. We're meant to do this softer, shorter version of it. That being said, if you like it and you would like a more broken down version and even putting it into a longer flow, I 100% understand, and we can make that happen. But I know a lot of you have been liking and asking for more of these almost instant flow style, like mini warm up. So that's what we'll be doing today. You don't need any props. However, we will be on our knees and shins for part of the flow, kind of getting up and down. So if that means you want a certain kind of mat, or you do like to place an extra blanket or a towel down, be my guest. This is a little bit faster moving, and I'll offer some shapes and some arm motions. If those become confusing, ignore them, take them out, change it however you'd like. And even if I don't say a certain modification or adaptation that you're looking for, it's just an opportunity. So I invite you to change, take out, add on, entirely skip sections if they don't work for you, even if I don't suggest it. Make this work so that it feels somewhat fluid in your body. And also know that the repetitive nature of these online classes is really helpful for finding fluidity too. That the first time you do this, it might not be as fluid as, say, the second or the third. So I do implore you to come back and try these things again. They get smoother and smoother in our body with time. Let's get started. On our hands and knees in a tabletop position. Take a moment just to pour some weight into the hands. Maybe shift the shoulders side to side, gripping the floor with the fingertips. Shift the shoulders forward and back. If it feels interesting today, face the fingers back towards the knees. Get a big stretch to the wrist. And bring the hands back to face forward. A little cat-cow here. You don't have to do it with the breath if you don't want to. Pull the heart through the biceps. Let the pelvis tilt forward. Press the hands down. Dome the back of the heart towards the ceiling. Pull the hands towards the knees. Heart through the biceps. Press the shoulder blades up towards the sky. Tuck the tail. Keep going like this, letting the spine undulate. Inviting in the pull and push of the hands to help with this. If you want to add any more side to side motion, something like a barrel roll, that works too. You can go one direction or both. Ooh, some hip crabs. Pause the motion of your spine. Press down through your fingers and your hands. And take your right knee out to the right. Take a few circles of that hip. Bigger circles. Trying to draw a really big circle with that right knee, even if that means you shift more into your left hip. Swing the right foot up outside of the right hand. Maybe wiggle your hands and feet a little bit further forward so you can shift more into that lunge. Pick up your right hand, reach it forward, stretch it forward, lunge into that right leg. Keep pushing through the bottom arm. Shift your hips back, starting to straighten out through that front leg, but it does not need to go to straight. And just leave that right arm in front of you, kind of tugging your hips back to something that looks like half split. Reach forward, lunge into the front leg. Send the hips back, something that resembles half split. Keep at least a small bend here and drag your right heel back. Lunge forward, hips back. Lunge forward, hips back. One more time like that. Lunge forward, hips back. Pause with the hips back. As you lunge forward this time, lunge into your right foot, pick up your torso, open, twist, lunge to the right. Low lunge, or back knees on the floor. And then tip on backwards so that your right hand reaches towards your back heel. It doesn't have to touch unless you're wanting to touch already, but these can be soft movements. Again, unfurl your arms, strength through the legs to help the upper body have that freedom. Keep the twist. Think about your top arm. It's your left arm. Bend your left elbow towards your right knee. Touch, tap. And then re-bend backwards slightly. Whoa, embrace the wobbles. Elbow towards knee. Bend back slightly. One more time. Elbow towards knee. Bend back slightly. Beautiful. Big circle of the hands down inside of your right foot and step back, tabletop. Other side, left knee out to the left. Take some circles. Big circles. Swing the left foot up outside of the left hand here. Maybe walk your left foot and your hands a little bit further forward just so you can just slightly more into your lunge. Pick up through the left hand, reach forward, lunge forward. Send the hips back, something that resembles half split. Drag that left heel towards the right knee. Leave that left arm hanging. Reach forward, hips back. Lunge forward. Hips back. One more time like that. Lunge forward. Hips back. This time as we lunge forward, pick up the torso, open, twist to the left. Strong legs, unfurl your arms. Maybe you tip back slightly, reaching your back hand towards your back heel. Does not have to touch. Top arm is the right arm. Bring that elbow towards the left knee. Curl and touch. And then unfurl back behind you. Curl and touch. Unfurl back behind you. One more time. Curl and touch. Unfurl back behind you. Big circle, both arms inside of that left foot. Step back, tabletop. Tuck your toes. Send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. So adding on, doing it from a down dog this time, just a little bit different. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Big swing of the right leg outside of the right hand. Pick up the right hand. Reach it forward, lunge forward in your lizard. As you send the hips back, lower your back knee. So again, it's like that thing resembling your half split, right? Leave the front leg slightly bent. You can come onto the right heel. So we're in something resembling half split. Lunge forward into the front foot. Open, twist, low lunge to the right. Immediately tip it on back. Maybe this time we reach a little bit more for the heel, or maybe you just hang. One time, elbow towards the knee and reach back. All right, gaze up at me just for a second if this is your first time doing this. We will be taking a big circle of the arms forward, but instead of putting them to the ground, we're going to continue that circle as we pivot on the back shin and reach your left hand to the floor, extending your right leg long. So meet me in a counter gate pose. Right leg is extended, left arm is down. Expand your right arm up towards the sky. Beautiful. Push off your bottom arm, pick up the torso, bring your right elbow towards your right knee, bend into your right knee, so like a little half goddess. Nice. And one more time, send your left hand back to the floor and extend long through that right leg and right arm. Bend into that right knee, push off your bottom arm, big sweep of the arms inside of that right leg, and pivot on the back shin. Step your right leg back. So we're just going to do the other side. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog, okay? Lift your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Step the left foot outside of the left hand. Lizard lunge. Lift your left arm, reach it forward. As you lunge back, bend into your right knee. Straighten out through your left, something resembling half split. Great. Lunge forward, open, twist, low lunge. We've been here before. Tip it on back. One time, bring your top elbow towards your front knee. And one more time, uncoil backwards. All right, here's our transition back to that counter gate at the back of the mat. Big circle the arms forward like you're going to put them down, except then we keep going towards the back of the mat. Pivot on the back shin, right hand down, left leg long, counter gate. Push off the bottom arm, bend into that front leg. Left elbow towards left knee, little side goddess crunch. Towards the back of the mat again, expanding open. Bend into that front leg again. Launch off that back arm. Hands inside of that front leg. Tuck your back toe. Step back. downward facing dog. Okay, so we're just going to keep adding on and do this whole flow now. And we've done the first half of it, but we'll do it. It will still continue a little bit slowly, and we'll add on from there with some standing positions, y'all. So bring your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Swing that right foot up to lizard. Right hand forward, lunge forward. Shift back into that half split, sending the hips back. Lunge into the front foot, open twist, low lunge, tip on back. Your left elbow, your top elbow, bring it towards your knee once. Tip it on back. Here's the counter gate. Swoop your arms forward. Pivot on the back shin, counter gate, straightening out through that right leg. One time, bend into that right knee, right elbow towards right knee, or if you want to twist, you totally can too. Unfurl towards the back of the mat again. Okay, here's where we change it up, y'all. Cartwheel the arms. This time it's either side of that right foot. Pivot on the back shin. And our resting place is like a little pyramid pose. Okay, the back heel can be uplifted high. Not important, okay? This is like a pause halfway through the flow where we can reset. So a little pyramid pose. Your front leg does not have to be fully straight because we're going to bend it anyway. Bend into that front leg like we're preparing for a lunge. Open up to a twisted lunge. Just a higher version of what we've already done before. So twisted lunge to the right. Bend into the back leg as much as you'd like and tip it on back. Whoa, a little harder in the standing position, right? Tip it on back. Top elbow. Bring it towards the front knee one time. Tip it on back. And here's where we do the same motion. We're just standing up, y'all. So it's a big circle towards the front of the mat. And then towards the back of the mat, shift the weight into the foot at the back of the mat and reach. Okay? Same thing, little goddess side crunch. So bend into that front leg. It's the right leg. Tip your elbow towards that leg. And then circle it to the back of the mat. Maybe we circle so much to the back of the mat we can even lift up through that right leg. Yeah? Lift it through the right leg. Okay. Bend more into the bottom leg. Lower your right leg slowly. Cartwheel your hands on either side of your front foot, your right foot, and lift your back leg. So we're in this like weird little standing L, not important. We want to end in a down dog with the left leg up in the air. So all we need to do is place the hands down and hop the right foot back just a little bit. It's not about a hop to handstand, but of course you can do that if you'd like. It's just about getting back to a three-legged dog with the left leg in the air. Do whatever you'd like to get there. Left foot is in the air and we're ready for the other side. Swing the left foot up to lizard. Reach the left arm forward, rock forward. Half splits, shift the hips back. As you lunge up, open twist, low lunge, tip it on back. Think about your top elbow, bring it towards your front knee. Send it back behind you. Okay, here's the counter gate. Swoop your arms forward, all the way to the back of the mat as you pivot on the shin, counter gate, unfurl. Little half goddess side crunch, left elbow, left knee, unfurl, maybe even lift up through that extended left leg. Push off the bottom arm. Hands frame your front foot, your left foot. We'll reset in our little pyramid position. Straightening somewhat through both legs. Back heel can be lifted. Okay, you ready? Bend into that front leg. It's the same thing. We're just higher up. Bend into the front leg. Open up. Twisted lunge. Left leg is forward. Tip it back. Front elbow down towards the knee. Tip it back. Here's the big circle, big, big, big circle, all the way to the back of the mat. Shift into that leg. Think Skandasana. Reach. Half goddess side crunch towards the front of the mat. Tip it to the back of the mat, maybe so much we can lift through that left leg. And then here's where we frame that foot. Left leg comes back down. Frame the left foot. Lift up through the right leg. And here we are again. We just want to end in three-legged dog with the right leg lifted. Plant your hands, hop your left foot back to whatever degree gets you into three-legged dog. Right leg is lifted. We're ready for the other side. Lizard. Right arm forward. Shift your hips back, half split. Open twist, low lunge. You've got this. Tip it back. Left elbow to knee, connect. Tip it back. Circle all the way to the back of the mat, counter gate. One goddess side crunch, counter gate. Maybe even lift that front leg. Push off the back hand, frame the front foot. Pyramid pose, reset, y'all. Right foot's forward, pyramid pose. Rebend into that front leg, open twist lunge, twist to the right, tip it on back. Elbow to knee, tip it on back. Big circle to the back of the mat, bending into the back knee. goddess side crunch. Be soft about it. All the way to the back of the mat. Lift up through that right leg. It gets easier as we go faster. Lower the right leg, frame the right foot, lift up through the left leg. Hands down, three-legged dog, and we're ready for the other side. Left foot steps forward, lizard. Send the left arm forward, lunge. Send the hips back, half split. Open twist, low lunge, tip it on back right away. Elbow to knee, tip it on back. Counter gate, swing it all the way to the back of the mat, extend through that left leg. Elbow to knee, counter gate. Frame the front foot. We'll meet in our little pyramid pose prep. Left foot's forward. Bend into that left leg. Open it up. Twisted lunge. Tip it on back. Elbow to knee. Be soft about it. Tip it on back. Big circle all the way to the back of the mat. Lunge into that right leg. Half goddess side crunch. Lunge into the back leg. Maybe enough to lift the front leg. Hands on either side of that left foot. Lift up through the right leg, supported L. Hop it back, three-legged dog. Again, let's do it one more time each side. Step the right foot forward, lizard. Right arm reaches. Hips back, half split. Open twist, low lunge, tip it on back. Elbow to knee, tip. Big circle to the back of the mat, counter gate. Unfurl. Half goddess side crunch. Unfurl. Pyramid pose, frame the right foot, reset, y'all. Bend into that front knee, open twist lunge, just on a higher level, tip it back. Elbow to knee, tip it back. Big circle to the back of the mat, lunge into the back leg. Half goddess side crunch. Lunge into the back leg, lift the right leg. Frame the right foot, left leg lift, supported L. Hop it back, three-legged dog, last time left side. Step the left foot, lizard pose, reach the left arm forward. Send the hips back, half split. Lunge forward, open twist lunge, tip right back. Elbow to knee, tip back. Big circle all the way to the back of the mat into our counter gate. Goddess side crunch, counter gate. Frame that left foot. Reset, pyramid pose. Bend into the left leg, open twist lunge, tip it on back. Elbow to knee, tip it on back. Big circle to the back of the mat, lunge to that leg. Half goddess, crunch to the front. Big circle to the back of the mat, lift up through the left leg. Good thing I had the wall there. And frame that left foot, lifting the right leg. Hop back, three-legged dog, and you can see how we're ready for the other side. Lower that right shin. Lower the left shin. So I love these kinds of just little kind of fluid arm flows that go back and forth. They challenge our balance a little bit. They added a bit of twisting and hip work, but they are something that feels dance-like to me. And especially if you want to put your favorite music on, I always recommend doing that maybe on the second or the third round after you've got it a little bit more into your head and you can get into it and not have to concentrate on so much on the movements. But remember, there's really no rules. Sometimes I circled forward, sometimes I circled back with my arms. It's just about this idea of kind of weaving our arms through the air as we load our momentum forward and back and side to side to guide us and floss through the body a little bit. So you don't have to necessarily do a cool down. We did a lot of different kind of movements there, but of course, if you'd like, I would recommend something with a little bit more stillness and hold, since that was a faster moving flow. So even just doing a few longer hold postures, maybe a bridge pose and some longer hold twisting could feel nice. But you can also just go on with your day, and that'll be totally fine. If you like more of these dance-like flows, please don't hesitate to let me know. I love hearing from you and hearing what you'd like to see on this app. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again soon.